Good morning, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with your Packers Daily Chat, live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It's Friday. You probably have a job and shouldn't be watching this, but you know what? Here you are. And it's day 3 of training camp, practice on Ray Nitschke Field later this morning. We'll be hearing from Matt LaFleur in about a half hour, but first I wanted to talk to you fine folks before I head over across the street. Hope everyone's doing well, and I hope everyone's downloaded their Underdog Fantasy app. Underdog Fantasy is where it's at for best ball. No waiver pickups, no management, no worrying about injuries. Just draft a best ball team and let them handle that all for you. And if you do it right now, they're going to give you $25 free bonus cash. Use code Cheesehead. That's code Cheesehead and get going. And you could win $1 million in their fantasy football tournament. Underdog Fantasy is where it's at, people. Check it out. Good morning, everybody in the comments. Hope you're all doing well. Gary, morning, Nags from Indiana. Well, good morning from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Hope you're doing well. TKM's at work. Very good. You're at work. Don't get caught. I got a feeling about TJ Raji. TJ Raji? Is that TJ Slayton? Is that what we're calling him? Are we christening a new nickname here? I see the Packers defense taking at least 6 games to gel, Nags. That's a fair assessment, I think. Would be in keeping with tradition around the league, probably longer usually. What I keep hearing from guys on the defensive side of the ball is how similar a lot of the concepts are. It's just a question of putting the pieces together and how they are called. Obviously, that falls on Joe Barry. So hopefully the learning curve isn't as steep as it might be otherwise. But baby steps, lots of baby steps. Does Corey know you're in his house every morning? Corey, do you know I'm in your house every morning? No, apparently that is an incorrect assumption. Misko, thanks for the super chat. Realizing Rogers is more Daenerys than Jon Snow. Ooh, damn. Some truth bombs right there. My goodness. Good morning, Cheesehead Nation. Hey, Nags. What's up, New York? Cheesehead, how you doing? Nags, I know it's early, but who's in the running for that all-important third running back spot? Well, it is early, but I tell you what, I like what I see from Kylan Hill. That kid looks like no joke. The problem for Patrick Taylor is he's not been practicing. He's on the non-football injury list. So, or is it PUP maybe? I can't remember which one. But he has not been practicing. So Hill's been taking a bunch of reps. Dexter Williams has been in there too, but I think that's Kylan Hill's gig at this point. But a lot of ball game left. Alvin, thanks for the super sticker. Very nice of you. TKM. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. Glad to see you at your post. Nags, COVID restrictions are back in North Carolina. Any updates for the season and attendance? Pappies. From everything we've heard from the Packers and the city of Green Bay, full steam ahead. Master Nags, you answer so many of my questions. I should send you some cash. Thanks, man. Jeremy, that's very kind of you. You don't need to send me any cash, though. What's going on with Z? Do we know? No, they don't have to reveal anything when it comes to injuries at this time of year, and they keep it nice and buttoned up. He went through something similar last preseason, though. You'll remember he wasn't out there for the first handful of practices. I suspect, Brian said nobody on the NFI has anything concerning long-term. So I would expect Z to be out there, eventually. And look, Zadarius, does he really need to be out there right now? I don't think so. I think he's going to be okay. Porkmaster, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for the super chat. Heard you laughing at the Cobb presser. That conference was awesome. You look like you just got out of prison. Yeah, Randall, it was so great to see him at Lambeau. Great to see him there. And yes, I was laughing. I was laughing because that was something that was a subject he and I have literally spoken on. So it was just great to see him. He's such a good dude. How is Stokes looking? Good, but he's not getting a lot of run as far as like, every time I see him, it's like half speed stuff or drill work. I have yet to see him really get kind of thrown into the fire / tested in the team portions of camp. That's not to say that he's not doing much or anything or is not out there or whatever. It's just like, when you're out there, there's 90 dudes and you're looking at everything going on. It's just hard to see everything. So I haven't seen him stand out good or bad in any way, but that doesn't mean he's not doing well. So much pain next year, staying focused on this year, but so much pain next year, unless they trade Aaron Rodgers for a boatload of picks and maybe a great player or two, and they create a huge mountainous hole in their salary cap because they've traded him, and then they start Jordan Love, and he goes on and surprises everybody as an MVP type season. Okay, that's probably not going to happen. But man, why worry about that? We're at day 3 of training camp this year. What did Giannis say? The now, baby. The now. Eric, thanks for the super chat. With the addition of Cobb, are any of the other receivers possible trade candidates to add depth somewhere else? D-line or linebacker, maybe? I guess it's a possibility. It's always that time. This is that time of year where we kind of probably overvalue our own guys more so than the rest of the league does. I mean, is someone trading for Alan Lazard? Really? I don't think so. Maybe MVS, but even that I doubt. It's a possibility. It's an outside possibility, no doubt about it. But I'd be surprised. Veterans must not be treated too poorly here if Cobb likens being back to getting out of prison. It's an interesting point, right? It's one that doesn't seem to be gaining a lot of traction online or on the Twitterverse, but it's an interesting point. I think what needs to happen here is a delineation between how guys are treated by the Packers when they are players here and contract negotiations. Those are two separate things. And this idea that the Packers players have been treated so irresponsibly, so poorly by management, etc., I just have a hard time buying that. You know, as Cobb alluded to yesterday, it's different out there. It's different at other organizations. It ain't like it is over there. They treat guys really, really damn well at 1265 Lombardi, especially comparative to the rest of the league. That's it. That's just so. I thank you for bringing that point up because, yes, 100%. Brandy, bigger competition now, O-line or wide receiver? That's a good question. Probably wide receiver, just because I think there's a lot of talent, a lot of unproven talent at offensive line. But, you know, outside of maybe one guard spot, I think we know who's going to be the starting 5 for the most part, you know, especially once Bakhtiari gets back. Now, a guy could jump up and surprise, but I think you know the handful of names there that are going to end up playing. At wide receiver, it could break a lot of different ways. So I would say wide receiver out of those two. It's nice to see that many guys would still pick Green Bay. I love this organization so much. It actually hurts to hear that it's not always great there. Well, yeah, of course it's not always great. That's just work, you know? Not all kumbaya and roses. I hate all this. He said nonsense. Respect goes both ways, and I don't believe everything I hear. How many of these players like Rodgers want to take a pay cut to help keep other talent? Well, yeah, but what does that have to do with anything? You still get paid. You still want to get paid. Plus, Peter, that's a crazy run-on sentence, and I'm not quite sure what point you're trying to make there. Most of the guys named by A-Rod were let go by TT. You noticed that, Neil, huh? I was trying to get to that point with Brian in my question yesterday, and then he cut me off. And 12 wanted to finish his career in Green Bay. He did. He did indeed. Now he probably won't. Sean, that's great. When we say it's a business, you say it's a game. When we say it's a game, you say it's a business. North Dallas 40. That's great. Any news on the alternate jersey front? Yeah, Steven, they will be revealing them sometime in August, probably mid-August, maybe a little earlier, but it's coming. A couple weeks, but it is on the way. Check is in the mail. Super sticker. Thanks, Kathleen. Very nice of you. Thanks so much. I was listening to John Kuhn on his 9 to noon show yesterday, and he talked about when he was released. Mike McCarthy vouched for him very hard. Russ Ball told him to go to New Orleans. It was a very interesting take by him. Yeah, John's been through it. You know, Randall's been through it. Guys who have been through it, it's hard, man. It's very hard. Nathaniel, thanks for the super chat. Aren't Cobb comments about seeing the other side ironic, considering Rodgers' complaints about the Packers organization? I get Rodgers' frustrations, but still, yes, Nathaniel, that is exactly what I was just talking about. Very much so. Jake, thanks for the super chat. Lazard looks in great shape and ready to break out like he was about to last year before the injury. Yeah, I mean, he has his limitations, but he's a really good football player. And you guys know I say it all the time. You can't have too many of them. And I think, yeah, I'm with you. I think he's never going to be a number one. He's never going to be a guy who takes over a game, but he is certainly a really good complementary piece. And I think you'll see him put up some decent numbers this year. No doubt about it. Aaron leaving next year is a sure thing. Not a sure thing. I'd put the odds at 20%. Check on the punter battle. We haven't really had much punting so far. They've done a lot of like kind of practice kicks and stuff to like basically give the returner something to catch, but they haven't had punting periods yet. So when that happens, trust me, all eyes will be on. Does The Last Dance put undue pressure on the people in the organization? I was going to ask Matt LaFleur about that in a little bit, actually. I doubt it. I mean, I'm sure Matt will give his got to take it one day at a time, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be hard to avoid it, though. It's certainly going to be tracked throughout the season. It's going to be a storyline and a narrative, one that Aaron Rodgers has himself leaned into along with Devontae Adams. So I don't think it's going away anytime soon. They're going to be talking, people are going to be talking about it and asking about it probably throughout the entirety of the season. So does it put more pressure on them? I don't think any more pressure than there normally is in the National Football League, but it's nothing that they haven't kind of signed up for, so to speak. Fred, thanks for the super chat. I'm the reason my dog always comes home. That's deep, man. Brad, what's up, man? Good to see you at the Patreon happy hour last night. Thanks for the super chat. A lot of fun last night talking with everyone at the happy hour. Looking forward to more. Did you catch U.S. women's team this morning? No, I saw Megan Rapinoe's winning goal on penalty kicks. They absolutely carried the G. Gotta love it. Most impressive rookie so far? Oh, Tyler. It's only been 2 days, but for me, it's Amari Rogers. He has absolutely jumped off the field. It's really hard not to get excited about him. And I know there are no pads yet. They're not game plan. There's nothing real going on yet football-wise, but oh, man, he's exciting. Get the ball in that kid's hands. Do you think A-Rod making it seem like vets are treated poorly here will make it harder to get free agents? No, not really. I mean, are there going to be times when Green Bay gets short shrift because it's Green Bay? Absolutely. We've seen that a number of. Emmanuel Sanders comes to mind, the latest guy who said, I had a choice between New Orleans and Green Bay, and I chose New Orleans because who wants to go to Green Bay and freeze their ass off, right? That's going to happen. You can't do anything, and no amount of lip from Aaron Rodgers is going to change that.
Hey, Larry.
Banky.
It's a vacation destination.
It's a vacation destination, says Banky. But so we're going to probably see that the entirety, any time free agency is talked about, and guys will certainly weigh that. But if the Packers show them the money's green, man. That'll warm your home. It'll make your sports car warm. You can do whatever you want. So I don't think Rodgers is going to sway much in that regard. Any update on Zadarius? We were just talking about him. Nothing yet, but Brian said nobody on the NFI has any long-term concerns. So he'll be out there eventually. Right now, does he need to be out there? I don't think so. More reliable source, Demoski or Schefter? 1 billion % Demoski. Not even close. Winfrey, baby. Oh, man. This kid is fun to watch. He had a play. I think I talked about it yesterday on Extra Cheese, but, man, he got behind the defense and was gone. I mean, he had at least 2, maybe even 3 steps on people. Yeah, he's fun to watch. And it's not just the deep stuff. It's the comebacks, the quick slants, things like he's just smooth as hell. He's a really good route runner. Obviously the trade for Cobb makes things tricky at wide receiver, but hopefully maybe he can get on special teams, a bunch of units, and make a case for sticking around because I like him as a player. Brandon, thanks for the super chat. Do you expect 22 going to look like New England last year with a somewhat of a hard reset? With that, do you think both Z and 17 are back? A lot going on there, Brandon. The potential is there. Yeah, the big difference, of course, is that the Packers have a quarterback that they've been grooming and they're developing and trying to get ready for the move away from their superstar MVP quarterback. So I don't think it'll be quite as rough as it was in New England. That's my suspicion anyway. Do I think about Z and 17 are back? I think 17 is. I think Z, he could very easily be a cap casualty. That wouldn't be surprising to me at all. Was he yelling from the toilet? No, he was yelling from across the bar. I love New York. It's a great vacation. Yeah, well, lots of people like going to New York. A lot of people are always tell me, Love visiting New York, but I'd never want to live here. That's pretty much me with every place else in the country other than New York. I can only live in New York. Do the Packers trade Rodgers if they win a Super Bowl? It's a great question. I don't know. We'll find out, hopefully. What an incredible sequence that would be, right? I don't know. Yeah, sure. Jerry Krause dismantled the Bulls even though Jordan and company won the championship. So Brian can live up to that Jerry Krause moniker. It'd just be crazy, right? It'd just be crazy. But the thing is, I don't think it's impossible. I don't understand the Cobb signing. We love him, but why? Why do we love Cobb? Because he's awesome. Are you talking about the trade itself? Because Aaron Rodgers wanted him. And Aaron Rodgers wasn't coming back and playing football without Cobb on the team. It's pretty simple. Brian said as much yesterday. He was asked, is the move to get Cobb to make Aaron happy? And Brian said, that's a big part of it. Yeah, it's 100% not a move Gutekunst ever would have made on his own. No chance. It's all about the quarterback getting his buddy back on the team for one last ride. And look, hey, if you're Aaron Rodgers and you've been here 16 years, you've won 3 MVPs, you've put butts in the seats in that stadium for years, you have won a ton of ball games. Yeah, you having your buddy on the team so you can go make one last run at a ring, I got no issue with it. I got no problems. None. I love it. Wait. Did you just say Z will be a cap casualty? Why can't people listen? Why are words hard for human beings? I would not be surprised if he was a cap casualty next year. There's so much going on before then. A, can we just focus on the now? B, we get to next year. Could he be a cap casualty? 100%. Have you seen their cap in 2022? They drafted Gary for a reason. Listen. Clean out the wax. Come on now. Jake, thanks for the super chat. Slayton looking like a good addition on the D-line. He's looking like a big addition. It's impossible to say what he's looking like football-wise until they put the pads on. But holy mother Mary of God, is he a huge human. Oz, you're late. I talked about Kylan Hill. Kid looks good. Looks really good in the receiving game, too. Kind of a surprise. I'm liking him, Oz. I'm liking him. Nathaniel, thanks for the super chat. Does Slayton look like a starter out there, or is he another Montravius Adams? No way of knowing until we get some pads on, buddy. I will let you guys know. Trust me. When the hitting starts, that's when it's going to get fun. Patience. All will be revealed. I think we lose AR, Tay, Z, and Preston easily. It's possible. I still think they find a way to keep Tay, though. Merkel, thanks for the super chat. How can Rodgers say it's about the people and not comment on the disrespect shown to Blake of the year? He's really letting people down with that, right? Outstanding. I love what Banky has done to his victory garden. Yeah, how about that thing, right? Oh, look at this thing. Right there, a little green thumb out there. Banky's not messing around, I'm telling you what. I'm excited to dust off my Cobb jersey. Yeah, right? Bring them all out. Bring them all out of mouthballs. Let's go. Get your old 18s out. Show some love for Randall Cobb back in the green and gold. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for all the super chats, for all the chats. You guys are amazing. You're here every day talking Packers because you're an obsessed nerd like myself. Hey, man, we got to stick together. Thank you so much. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. And if you get a chance, I know you're looking for a all-weather, all-year-round piece of Packers gear that you can just throw on and utilize whenever the mood strikes you. I want to represent the Pack. I want to look good doing it. But I also, want to look a little bit stylish. Throw on this Acme Packers hoodie. Look at that thing. Go to VINFL.com. That's VINFL.com. Use code CheeseheadTV to get 15% off. That's 15% off with code CheeseheadTV. VINFL.com. That's where you want to go. Can't thank you guys enough. I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to go talk to LaFleur and then hit practice. And we're going to talk to a bunch of players. And I'll be back this afternoon with some extra cheese. Please hit like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We're devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.